Hello, you're watching New Vision TV. This is news around East Africa. My name is Lynn Komjisha. We start off with Kenya. Now, the Kenyan government has decided to evacuate Cuban doctors stationed in Wajir and Garissa counties bordering Somalia following the kidnap of two of their colleagues. Suspected Al-Shabaab terrorists kidnapped the Cuban doctors in Mandera and killed their armed escort last week. Although the town has been tense, this was the first terror operation in months. The departure of the Cuban medic is likely to gravely impact health services in these counties. Kenya's security has largely contained the Al-Shabaab activities on these border areas. The evacuation of the Cuban doctors is believed to be a precautionary measure. In Tanzania, a mother of 5, Nana Maganga, on Saturday killed 6 children before she died under unclear circumstances. Maganga, using a machete, slashed her 5 children. Among them were 2-year-old twins and then her brother's child. It is alleged that she attacked and wounded 4 other children. Police has arrested 5 people in connection with this incident. From South Sudan, the military chief of staff, General Simon Dual of the main opposition army, Sudan People's Liberation Army in opposition, has called on his troops to fully respect the permanent ceasefire agreement signed in June 2018. General Simon said the revitalized peace agreement signed in September last year must as well be protected, calling it the only hope for the people of South Sudan. Away from East Africa, we take a look at what's making headlines around the world. We start off with the developing stories coming in from Sudan. The Sudanese Professionals Association, the umbrella group at the forefront of the protests, said an attempt was underway to break up the sit-in outside the army headquarters in the capital, Khartoum. The SPA urged people to respond and protect their revolution by continuing to stage protests, according to a statement published on its social media pages. Meanwhile, Sudan's military council said it was restructuring the council and appointed Kano General Hashim Abdel Muttalib Ahmed Babekar as Army Chief of Staff. Colonel General Mohammed Othman Al-Hussein was appointed as Deputy Chief of Staff. From Somalia, the deputy leader of the Islamic State group in Somalia has been killed in an airstrike. Abdissamad Mohammed Galan, Security Minister of the Puntland region, said the airstrike that killed Abdihakim Mohammed Ibrahim, known as Dokob, took place Sunday between the villages of Hol and Nod and Hiriro. Galan said the airstrike hit the vehicle Dokob and another passenger were traveling in, and said both men were killed, but the other person has not yet been identified. Now, news coming in from Johannesburg. South African police have intercepted 167 rhino horns believed to be destined for Southeast Asia in one of the biggest search holes ever in the country. 2 suspects, aged 57 and 61, were arrested with the horns on Saturday, and they had been tipped off about the suspect's vehicle. From the USA, negotiators have tempered demands that China curb industrial subsidies as a condition for a trade deal after strong resistance from Beijing, according to 2 sources briefed on discussions, marking a retreat on a core U.S. objective for the trade talks. The world's 2 biggest economies are 9 months into a trade war that has cost billions of dollars, roiled financial markets, and upended supply chains. U.S. President Donald Trump's administration has slapped tariffs on $250 billion worth of imports of Chinese goods to press demands for an end to policies, including industrial subsidies, that the Washington says hurt U.S. companies competing with Chinese firms. China. And finally, from New Zealand, the New Zealand Prime Minister Jacinda Ardern, who was praised at home and abroad for her handling of the Christchurch mosque shooting last month, received her highest approval rating since taking office on a widely watched poll on Monday. And that was the latest from around East Africa and around the world. Coming up is the Pearl of Africa series.